Guys, if you're shopping for a heavy-duty truck, you have a lot more information to think about because GMC has just dropped a lot of their pricing information on the all-new 2020 GMC heavy-duty trucks, which are going to be available in late summer of 2019. So just a couple of short months away. And the big news for the pricing on the new GMC Sierra heavy duties is the starting price. The all-new HD will start at $37,195, which is about $1,900 less than the comparable 2019 model. But there is a small catch. If you look at the current 2019 trucks, the previous generation trucks, they only start out as a double cab, which is an extended cab with 4 doors. But for 2020, GMC is going to offer a 2-door truck. And that's how partially they're able to bring price down to about $37,000. But before we go on to more pricing information, and there's a lot of detail in this video, let's just talk about what this truck really is. Because it really is an all-new truck with one exception, which is a diesel engine. Let me explain. So it has a new frame, new body dimensions, brand new body, all the sheet metal is new, has a brand new look, and you guys can comment and tell me exactly what you think about the new GMC look and how it compares against the new 2020 Chevy Silverado heavy-duty trucks. Then you have a new interior, which is very similar to the light-duty trucks that came out in 2019 for the GMC Sierra and also the Chevy Silverado trucks. And under the hood is a choice of 2 engines, one all-new engine and one carryover engine with a new transmission. So let's start with a new engine, which is a 6.6 liter gasoline V8. This is a whole new design. The old 6 liter Vortec V8 is gone. It's put out to pasture. And the new power rating on the gas V8 is 401 horsepower and 464 pound-feet of torque. And this gas V8 will be mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. There is no manual transmission option for 2020. And when I first saw this engine specification here for the gas V8, I thought 401 horsepower was not quite high enough, because if you look at the 6.4 liter Hemi in the Ram trucks, those horsepower numbers are about 410. I thought GM was going to leapfrog them, but they chose this particular rating. Of course, they had all of their reasons, and in June, mid-June, I'm going to be going to drive some Silverado heavy-duty trucks for 2020, and I'm going to ask the engineers again how they came out with this specification. Then, obviously, you have to have a diesel engine, a turbo diesel. The Duramax V8 6.6 liter is coming back with the same power rating, 445 horsepower and 910 pound-feet of torque. But it's now will be mated to a 10-speed automatic Allison branded transmission. And there's a lot of controversy that surrounds the Allison brand. Is it built at the true Allison factory? Is it built by GM at the GM factory with Allison designs, etc., etc.? Once again, we'll get to that topic later in another video. But the 10-speed is a big deal because it's supposed to offer more capability, more smoothness, actually faster accelerations even maybe. We haven't tested the truck yet, but there could be a lot of benefits coming from the 10-speed. Also, power takeoff unit is available on this transmission. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the 5 trim levels on the Sierra heavy-duty truck. You have what they call Sierra, which is basically a base truck. Some other people refer to it as work truck. Then there's an SLE, SLT, AT4, which is a brand new trim, which is their off-road trim. They introduced it first on the light-duty truck, on the half-ton trucks, with the Sierra 1500 AT4. Now that name is transferring to a heavy-duty truck, and of course Denali is coming back. Denali is one of their most popular trim levels. It's their most luxurious, most expensive trim level. So of course they're going to continue the Denali name. Couple of details on the AT4. So that truck in heavy-duty form does not have a lift from the factory. It's the same ride height basically as the regular Sierra heavy-duty. But of course it has other off-road accessories on it. Well, it has Rancho shocks and specially tuned springs. It has an Eaton locking rear differential, basically like a G80 differential that they've had in GM trucks, heavy-duty trucks for a long time now. Of course, a few driving modes for off-roading, and also, of course, a heads-up display that will show you your off-road attitude and a lot of other information, and of course a few skid plates. There are more standard features available now in the 2020 heavy-duty trucks. Of course, you've seen their new towing mirrors already in their pictures in the videos that GM supplied, but when we drive the Silverado and Sierra trucks, we'll show you every feature on those mirrors. I'm really curious about how they work. Some other standard equipment includes traction select systems, different driving modes. Of course, bedside step is another new feature for the heavy-duty trucks, which is built in right behind the cab into the bed. It's just a nice little step, and it's going to be very helpful because the new trucks are actually getting taller, bigger. I'm not a small guy, I'm just over 6'2", and when I come up to the hood of a new Sierra heavy-duty, I have to look like this into the engine bay. I mean, these trucks are getting gigantic. And also, according to GM, the roomiest cabin for passengers, especially in the front, for driver and the front passenger. A lot of interior space there. The Denali gets more safety equipment, side blind zone warning, rear cross traffic alert, high beam assist, following distance indicator, and of course emergency braking, automatic emergency braking. Also, multi-pro tailgate is standard on Denali. 20-inch rims are available, just as before. Heated front and rear seats, and a heated steering wheel, of course. Of course, big deal also is technology. So for Denali, you will have up to 15 camera options now, or 15 different camera views. On the light-duty trucks for 2019, there were 13 different views, and then they added the transparent trailer feature, where you can put additional camera either on the back of the trailer for the transparent trailer feature, or maybe inside the trailer as well. Of course, you're adding more camera views, now 15 of them, so you can watch your front tires, rear tires, you can switch 360-degree view, etc., etc. You can use all of those different features. Now let's dig deeper a little bit more into pricing. So for the 2500 trucks, the 3/4 trucks, like I said, starts at around $37,000. SLE goes up to $41,595. Then you step up to an SLT at $52,000, just over that. AT4 is a big one because we all love how off-road trucks look. About $59,000 is where that starts, and the Denali starting price is $65,295. That's for the 3/4 tons. When you step up to the 3500 series, of course, the benefit there is additional payload. And just like before with the previous gen trucks, we don't have exact payload numbers, but when Silverado heavy-duty trucks came out, GM announced their payload number on the Silverado truck, which was 7,466 pounds, which is actually not a class-leading number. But what is currently a class-leading number is their maximum towing capability, 35,500 pounds of maximum trailer capability, which is mind-boggling. You really need a commercial driver's license to tow those types of weights, actually anything over 26,000 pounds gross combined weight. And pricing is interesting. If we look once again at AT4, the AT4 3500 starts at $60,495, and it's only available in single rear wheel. You cannot get an AT4 dually, but what you can get is you can get a crew cab 3500 AT4 long bed. So you can get a crew cab with an 8-foot bed and a truck that looks off-road worthy, although it's a really long truck which may not go off-road very well. Finally, the biggest, most expensive version of the truck is $67,895 for the dually, which brings me to competition. How does this compare against competition? So, when you compare them to Ford and Ram heavy-duty trucks, the Sierra heavy-duty starts at around $37,000. So the Ford F-250 is actually almost $2,500 less expensive than this GMC Sierra. And the Ram 3500 and then the Ram 2500 Tradesman starts at $36,590, which is actually $655 less than the GMC. Then if you go into bigger and heavier trucks, the 3500s, once again, the GMC kind of splits Ford and Ram in this case. The Ford F-350 Platinum, and we're looking at the most luxurious crew cabs now, with a gas engine, starts at $64,595, and the Denali dual rear wheel crew cab Sierra at $67,000. So once again, Ford is less expensive to start, but then you can add a lot more options, obviously, you know this. And the limited Ram 3500 dually gas starts at $68,480. So the Sierra is actually less than the Ram 3500 dually limited truck. And of course, where can you go from here? The online configurator hasn't been published for the GMC 2020 heavy duty trucks, but for Ford Platinum diesel trucks, they start at 84 grand for with every option crew cab trucks. And then obviously you can add 4x4 and other options, and you could push those prices ever higher. And for 2019, the diesel engine in the GMC used to cost $9,590. We don't know what the diesel 10-speed option will cost in 2020 just yet, but we will really soon. And go back to TFLtruck.com for more news, views, and real-world heavy-duty truck reviews.